Well, hello everybody. Bug Eater 64 here, and we are sitting in San Francisco at the International Airport, and we are at a parking spot in the Latecoere 631, which is very close to the old bay next to the U.S. Coast Guard hangars. So, today's flight, we're going to be flying from San Francisco, taking off from the channel here, and flying down to San Diego International Airport, where there is also a U.S. Coast Guard base, primarily for helicopters nowadays, but it's right next to the channel, and we're going to fly down there, and it's less than 400 miles, and it should take, with this aircraft, the Latecoere, it should take about 2.5, just about 3 hours, because she's not real fast, but she's fun to fly. So we're going to get inside, we're going to get this thing started, and let's be on our way. Check you out inside the aircraft. Okay, Latecoere 631 in San Francisco. Bit of a cloudy day. Let's get ready to go. We're going to fly to San Diego International. So, let's see about getting things started here. But first, so let's look at this. And while the pilot sets up his fuel, I'll go ahead and finish drinking my coffee. Must have coffee in the morning, otherwise it is not a good day. Yep, and if we're on the dolly, we should not take off. Alrighty, so let's see what we got here. Bit of a cloudy day, but looking too good, not too bad. Water's pretty glassy, so very little wind. And okay, that is the old U.S. Coast Guard area. So what we'll do is we're going to move the aircraft out here to the back, then we'll use the boat to put it in position, and then we'll get really going. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the towing. And start moving. Get this old girl out there. That's an extremely rare situation in San Francisco. Clunk. The water is like glass. Almost no wind at all. Just a very slight breeze. Oh, it's so pretty. Won't be long now. There we are. So let's hook up the boat. Okay, so right down here where that hangar is, right next to it, there was a big pad, and there was a ramp right there that they used to bring the old Coast Guard amphibious aircraft out, in and out. So we're going to head down there and get ready to once that's done, we'll get the girl started here. Winds are very calm, it looks like, so should make for a good flight. San Francisco. Let's get this old girl turned around here. Then we will get things underway. Turning around, let's take a look at this. And everything's looking good. I will do that. Okay. 388 miles. 137. Okay, so I think this is good enough. We'll stop here, release the boat, go to general, and we're going to do with the buoys, I think. That way we'll find out just which way the wind is blowing. So we're moored here, and it looks like the wind is coming a little bit from our left, so she may turn into the wind. We'll see how that is. Okay, so with that, we got that going. Alright, let's put that away. And let's go back here. Okay, so main battery on. And turn that on. Let's put the APU on. Okay, that looks good. Turn on the APU generators. And with that, let's go ahead and put mixture to full rich. Prop RPM on low. Just barely crack the throttles. Let's go here. And we've got our magnetos to put up. For all 6 engines. Okay, so that's done. Okay. Put the flaps down. Let's go ahead and set up our flight plan. And while we're at this, this is to be used for our autopilot, so let's see, we've got 137, so that's 90, there's 120, 130, that should be just about right. Okay. 124, that's wrong. I don't trust you. Okay, so KSFO direct to KSAN. Okay, distance 390. They're saying that it's okay, but it's actually about 137. Well, in that case, let's try that. Okay. Okay, so let's look back here. Looks like we're set up here. Turn the fuel on. Everything else is looking good. All right. So, let's look outside. That's looking good. Okay, so now, with that, pull this out. and let's see if we can get an engine started. Yeah, looks like we got a good engine start. Alrighty. So, I want to keep things kind of even, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start the outboard on the right. Alright, so let's see what we can do. These lights will indicate to us. Doesn't take long to get these all started. You can hear that engine firing off, so that's pretty good. Okay. So let's get these generators on. These generators off. And we can shut down the APU. And with that, some lights on. It's a fairly cloudy day. CJX700 ready to take off. Channel at Coast Guard amphibious area. This is Latecoere L631 amphibian taking off from Coast Guard Channel. CJX700, San Francisco. Alright, so we are set there. This is all looking good. Okay, so props full. Let's see if we can get her in the air. Here we go.
Airport information Golf 16000 wind calm, visibility 10.
Vertical speed 5, side slip 41.9.
Temperature 14. Dew point 10.
Okay, we have liftoff. Yeah, we'll fly it first to get her stable and everything, and then we'll take care of that darn radio chatter. Flaps up. Floats up. San Francisco Center, CJX 700, 500 feet, turning to heading 137. Request flight following CJX 700, San Francisco. That wasn't bad. At least that time I was able to turn off that radio chatter. Last time I was coming into San Francisco, I couldn't do it. Alright, so let's get to San Diego then. In this aircraft, it's about a just under 3-hour flight. Because she is not fast, but we're going to head down there, get the mixtures from full rich down a little bit to optimize our engine fuel burn. Let's see how things go today. It's fairly cloudy, but that's pretty normal from around San Francisco area this time of the morning. Okay, let's transfer the fuel out of the auxiliary tanks. We're good there. Alright. Here we are approaching San Diego. We've had an issue. We lost all electrical power to the flight instruments. I've lost my avionics. The Garmin's gone. My attitude gauge has stopped working. And since I'm alone, there's normally you would have 5 people flying this aircraft. Okay. So the area we want is going to be... So that being said, normally somebody would be trying to figure out what the problem is. Was this a fuse issue? Was, you know, where is the problem? Because now my autopilot doesn't work. So yeah, I've got control of the aircraft. That's and air station there in front of me. So I'm just going to have to hand fly it in. I've been doing so since about the 200 mile mark. So after the flight, then I'll have to do some research and some checking to see why or what could have possibly happened to make the electrical system for my avionics fail. Because it did. The only thing working is mechanical type gauges controlled by something other than electricity. Because at this point we still have electricity to the motors and so on, so those generators are operating. Alright, so but we've lost avionics. Come in here, make a little bit of a left turn, and see how the landing goes. Since we don't have any electrical power. Come on, girl. Here we go. Be kind to Daddy.
Vertical
Yeah.
speed 5. Side slip
That was a bit
41.9.
bumpy.
Vertical speed 5. Side slip 41.9.
Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and see about turning this old girl. Okay, so we landed. This should be where's the Coast Guard ramp? Oh well. That big brown pad should be where the Coast Guard buildings are supposed to be. We'll just shut it down. Alright, let's go back here. Come on, don't do that. So the boat will take us over to that big brown area, and we're just going to end up parking the aircraft there. Okay, so everything's turned off here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little maintenance on this girl. Try to find out what her major malfunction was. Yeah, it'd be time to do some research to figure out what went wrong. Yeah, there should be helicopter landing pad designations on that property, and there also should be 2 good size hangars with the U.S. Coast Guard designation, just like in San Francisco. But they're not here. So yeah, this should be where the old Coast Guard complex was, where they had some helicopters and so on. So we'll just get up here, Parker, and we can call it a day. And then the real fun begins, doing the research to find out why we had this malfunction. Alrighty, so we'll just stop it right there and open the doors so the passengers and everybody can get out. Leave the old girl parked right here. Yeah, this is where the Coast Guard used to have a complex. You can still see some of the markings. Okay, well, mission complete. All right, well, there you have it. We made it safely to San Francisco. I'll be okay, really, I will. To San Diego. Had a electrical failure. All my avionics went bye-bye. Don't know why it happened, and that's one of the issues of flying in a multi-crew aircraft with just one person. So in order to, the autopilot quit, my pitch indicator, attitude indicator was gone, so pretty much only mechanical stuff was working, and the generators to the engines were apparently still working, but I really couldn't check anything because of the simple fact that I could not leave the controls to go back to the flight engineer's station to even try to start up the APU to see if maybe that could get some power going and get my avionics back. So something I got to look into, find out what went wrong. We had fuel, engines were running fine. Just don't know what happened. But that being said, we were able to put the aircraft down safely in the bay and finished off at where the U.S. Coast Guard base is in San Diego. It still shows up, even on the Microsoft Flight Simulator map, it shows that old U.S. Coast Guard building and parking pad. But it's not in the actual airport in the simulation. So not sure what went wrong there, but something to look into. Made the flight interesting, and we'll catch you next time, because this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Glad to always have you people along with me and to hear your comments. I read each and every single comment I get, and if you can think of things that you'd like to see, or maybe like that I can do better, I'll be more than happy to try it, and we'll see how it goes. Until then, have a great day, and as always, remember, safe flying.